What is up, y'all? So I'm back, and hopefully this is the last video before we get the Ruckus up and running again. And by that I mean either the end of this video will have the Ruckus running or the beginning of the next. So you can see here I got it all stripped down. We got the crankshaft out. Case boring tool came in. See, I tried to send it to 2 machinists. Neither of them wanted to mess with it. I got the number of a machine tooling guy, and I just didn't want to mess with it anymore. So I figured I'd just order the tool myself, do the measurements, because the guys wanted me to measure it anyways. So I'm like, well, what's the point? You want me to just do the job? So yeah, hey, maybe if you guys need any scooters bored out, scooter cases bored out, hit me up after this video if everything goes well. But yeah, so I'll get right to that. I'm gonna start prepping and getting it ready to bore out. Got to remove the studs. All right, guys, so we're that much closer to drilling her out. I'm about to go get the drill now. You can see we've got the NCY tool hooked up. We had to pull our stud out, all 4 studs out. I've just got it resting on the styrofoam now. And let's see, what else are we doing? So we're gonna drill that out, and then hopefully I'll be putting my crankshaft back in tonight. I'm hoping it's self-explanatory. I really didn't pay much attention. Oh well. My hands are all oily, so I'm just gonna make sure it's tight. Cool. And that should be it. Alrighty. Let's see how we did. Maybe we just wasted several $100s. But maybe we didn't. Maybe it was all worth it. Whoo! She's paper thin. Check that out. Look at the clearance there. Oh man. Well, but it's not all bad because this skirt is like a couple millimeters thick, so that's gonna add some structural integrity in there. But right now what we're gonna have to do is get all those metal shavings out, all that bit back out of there. What I was talking about is the blade is set at 32. That's the blade there. You adjust it with those Allens on either side, and you want to set it to half of the diameter of your big bore. So for me it was a 64, so 64 divided by 2 is 32. Easy. And these go with the kit. Okay, we'll tip her upside down and get some compressed air in there to get all those shavings out. That's the next step. Okay, so we've got our crankshaft in, timing chain in, oil pump chain and oil pump assembled. We got 1 bolt just holding it together, and what these guys are gonna get is 8 foot-pounds. In other words, just about 10 Newton meters. The manual requires 8 to 12 Newton meters, so I'm going right in the middle. There'll be one here, and another one somewhere else. I can't. No. I can't seem to find. There's another one somewhere. But yeah. Anyways, making progress. Next, we're going to put our starter gear in, and then our starter clutch flywheel here, and of course our oil pump cover, like that. So yeah, getting there. As far as this goes, it's a reverse thread, so left is tight, right is loose. I'm gonna put a holder on the starter clutch flywheel here, holder down, starter clutch wheel, holder down, and crank it down with an impact. Okay guys, so you can see this is an 11 pole stator. What we pulled off of here was an 8 pole stator. So we actually are going to take the brand new one and throw it in the trash. Yeah, you heard me. Throw it in the trash. No, I'm not going to throw it away. I actually have a buddy who can use it. Luckily, either way, we've got our stator in. All we've got to do now is torque down our case bolts. There's 6 of them. These 2 technically don't count because they're actually just wire management. So yeah, we're gonna tighten those down. We've got it free spinning, so that's good. We had a little bit of a timing chain issue. Boom. Other than that, we're gonna have to start assembling our transmission and our head. And we're a third of the way done. I'm so close to done. And the crankshaft on the variator side, I went to reuse an old nut, spun on a little bit, and then it kept spinning, but it didn't get any tighter. So I went to back it off, and it wouldn't back off. I'm pretty upset. I'm laying on the ground. This is the nut that did it. I mean, I did it, but this is the nut that caused the issue. Well, it is what it is. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to stop at the store first thing in the morning, and I'm gonna be checking for a die kit. I've already done some research. It's a M12 by 125, 1.25. So basically, I get the die kit. It either works or it doesn't. If it does work, thank goodness, because I'm gonna have all my eggs in that basket. If it doesn't work, my last egg is inside that motor. So yeah, if you didn't understand that, if the die kit doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to pull the crankshaft out of that old motor, which I don't want to do. I wanted all new parts. That's the whole point. But I'm gonna have to pull the crankshaft out of that motor, and probably if at that point it'll give me an opportunity to compare the 2 cams, the lobes sizing and whatnot. Yeah, so it's not all lost, but fingers crossed. Pray to God, pray to goodness, pray to whatever you believe in, that works tomorrow. The die kit. Yeah, it would suck to have to retap a brand new crankshaft, but not as much as it would suck to have an old beat up crankshaft on a brand new engine. Yeah, I'm pretty defeated. So day 2 or 6, whatever you want to call it. Gotta make sure it's nice and flush. Going extra slow. Alrighty, almost back together. All we gotta do now is the big bore kit. What up, y'all? So, as you can see, we are getting there. We got the fan on there, ankle biters all done. We gotta fill that up with gear oil. We gotta finish this up, put our cam in, put our valve. Fuck, there's a little mosquito running around. It's been pissing me off. Make sure our valves are adjusted and crank this down to 12 foot-pounds, crank these down to 7 foot-pounds. Throw our spark plug in there. But yeah, she's coming along. She's almost done for sure. Okay, so we've got our valve set to 0.004 of an inch, just like that. Yep, there she is. So starter on there, gotta tighten it down. Okay, we got our drum brake tightened down. Fan on there, we had that on there last time. We got to put the shroud on and then throw some oil in it, throw some gear oil in the back, and valve cover, of course. After that, we'll put the exhaust on, mount it to the frame, see if she turns over. Getting excited. We got the spark plug in too as well. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna point it out now. That's the old valve cover and the old engine cover because of the old, or the engine shroud, because of the old valve cover. So I guess the big bore kit and doesn't utilize the stock valve cover, so I had to see, because that's a different shape. See, this is a hard line here, and this one's, the big bore kit was the shape of just a straight D, a backwards capital D. So I had to use the valve cover off of the old Ruckus, which made me use the old engine shroud as well. But it's okay, because I got all kinds of parts I'm going to replace on here, including that valve cover and the ankle biter, put a support on there. Yep. Yep. So, peace out. Well, see you in a second. Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna call it a day there. I'm starting to feel sick, to be honest with you. I'm not feeling good at all. But we got it mounted back on the chassis. We gotta throw the exhaust on, put some oil in it, fill the back up with gear oil, and then we should be able to start it. Got the battery on trickle charger. So yeah, see you guys next time I see you guys. Hopefully that'll be finished.